Yo, what's good, EYTBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So, in this day in boxing history, February 24th, I believe 1989, if I ain't mistaken, right? The man Iran Barkley, he's defending his WBC. What title was this? WBC 160-pound title against the man Roberto Duran. You know what I'm saying? Iran Barkley got this title WBC strap after knocking out my guy, man, one of my favorite fighters of all time. He knocked out my guy Tommy Hearns, I believe, in like the third round, man. The fight Tommy Hearns was winning too, man. Then he got caught, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid. I couldn't believe that shit when it happened, you know, because, man, you know, like I probably said on previous videos, you know, the first boxers I've ever seen fight in my life was Tommy Hearns versus Marvin Hagler, the war, I believe, April of 1985, you know what I mean? That's a fight I'll never forget, you know what I'm saying? And I was rooting for the tall guy with the Jerry curl with the yellow shorts, you know what I mean? Just something about Tommy Hearns that always intrigued me and I always loved about him, you know what I'm saying? And I hated Hagler. I didn't like Hagler, but you know, I definitely became a fan of Hagler, man, when I realized who he just beat. You know, I was a kid. I ain't know nothing about these guys. I just know I wasn't liking the the bald dude, the shorter bald dude, man. He looks like a mean dude, while Tommy Hearns, in my opinion, yo, maybe because I liked Big Bird when I was a kid, you know what I mean? The man, Tommy Hearns, I'm not going to say he reminded me of Big Bird, you know, but just something about them yellow crunk gym shorts, man, you know. But anyways, this fight ain't about the war, man. This fight right here is between Iran the Blade Barkley. Like I said, Iran the Blade Barkley just came off of beating one of my favorite boxers ever, you know, Mr. Tommy Hearns, you know what I'm saying, you know. But Iran Barkley, you know, was a guy, man, very underrated fighter, you know what I'm saying, very underrated fighter. So, you know, in this particular fight, man, there was a storyline, man. Iran Barkley vowed, you know, swore up and down that he's going to avenge this loss, beat the shit out of Roberto Duran because of what Roberto Duran did to Iran Barkley's childhood friend. And I think at this particular time, Iran Barkley's childhood friend had passed away. What's his name again, man? God damn, man, I'm drawing a blank, man. Son got punished in 8 rounds, man. Damn, Willie, what's his name? It's somebody more, man. I'm drawing a blank, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a WBA champ at 154. You know what I'm saying? And what's that guy's name? Somebody more, man. Damn, it's been a minute since I even talked about him, man, or seen his fight. Not Robbie Moore. I'm thinking of Robbie Sims. Robbie Sims was a guy who beat Duran, you know what I'm saying? Robbie Sims, I even think, was Hagler's half brother, you know what I mean? And Johnny Moore, somebody, man. I'm drawing a blank. I know it's Moore, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the guy was, like I said, that Moore guy, you know, he got beat, man. Duran beat the shit out of him out there in Madison Square Garden in Moore's hometown, you know, New York City. Both guys from the Bronx, Iran Barkley and Moore. And, you know what I'm saying? Iran Barkley had incentive in this fight. He said he's going to beat the shit out of Duran and avenge that loss that Duran gave to his childhood buddy, you know what I mean? Well, you know, this fight, man, Duran, of course, man, career lightweight guy, man. He's coming up to 160 to fight this guy, you know what I mean? And actually, Duran is trying to make history to become, I think at that particular time, there were only 3 fighters who had been 4 different division champions, you know what I mean? So Duran was a champion at 135, 147 when he beat Duran, 154 when he beat Moore. Damn, man, what the fuck is his first name, man? That shit is disturbing me. Was it Rodney? Not Johnny? I ain't even gonna look it up, man, because I know who I'm talking about. Moore, man, you know what I'm saying? And that guy was a guy who, Duran, that guy was supposed to fight Mike McCollum, you know what I'm saying? And Duran stepped into the WBA mandatory position, and Duran promised he'll fight the Moore kid, and then if he wins, he'll give Mike McCollum a shot at that 154 title, but he reneged on them words, and he ain't never fight Mike McCollum because you know what would have happened. You know what I mean? And anyways, this fight, like I said, man, so Duran is coming up in weight, you know what I mean? Obviously, the shorter guy, he's giving up like 7 inches in height, you know what I'm saying, to the taller Barkley. I mean, look at the size difference, man. Y'all see it on the films right there, on the film study, man. He's giving up mad length as far as arm reach, and you know what I'm saying? So, Duran was in all kind of it had all kind of disadvantages going for him. You know what I mean? Not to mention that he had just been sparked out 2 fights ago by Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns damn near left him for dead in that second round, flattened him like a pancake. You know what I mean? Well, this fight right here, how it went, man. I haven't watched this fight in a while. I actually watched it maybe sometime in December. I watched it with my pops when I was on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Because Duran is a guy who's been a household name in our household. You know what I mean? One of the earliest fights I could remember watching is the Nomas fight. So Duran is a guy. My pops ain't no hardcore. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely knows them fighters from back in the 80s, you know what I mean? Because those were the times when we'd watch a lot of boxing, especially on ABC Wild World of Sports or even CBS, you know what I'm saying? Free TV, afternoon fights. But this particular fight, man, like I said, man, the man, Roberto Duran, is a guy who is giving up mad weight and you know what I'm saying? He fought a valiant fight, you know what I mean? This fight was much closer than maybe what the scorecards indicated. I remember that, you know what I'm saying? But, I thought the man, Roberto Duran, was jabbing well. He was, he even had some punches that hurt the man, you know what I mean? The man was going to the man's body, so was Roberto Duran. There was one round that the man, Roberto Duran, even rocked the man. He hurt the man, Iran Barkley and vice versa, man. I can't remember which round it was, but there was a round where this man, Duran, got hurt by this guy, Iran Barkley, man, made that man spin. Like, I thought the man, Duran, like, the man basically did a spin like he was about to go down. You know what I'm saying? He had them kind of legs like Pepino Cuevas when he fought Tommy Hearns, you know what I mean? I thought Duran was about to go down, but he stood there in the pocket, you know what I mean? And he fought this guy. You check it, and this fight right here was a dangerous fight, man. Duran was giving up mad weight, height, arm length, and even the odds, man. I think Duran was like a 25. Barkley was a 25 to 1 favorite to win this fight, you know what I mean? Nobody gave Duran, the old man, a shot, you know what I mean? This is 1989, you check it, and Duran has been fighting since 1968. Now let's do the math, you know what I'm saying? Tell me how many years he'd been in the game while he fought this man, like, you know what I'm saying? 1968, and this fight, if I'm not mistaken, this fight was also the fight of the year of 1989, you know what I mean? But Duran, he just used an excellent game plan, use his jab, frustrate the man, get on the inside, throw them right and left hooks. Duran was an excellent boxer, man. He wasn't just a guy who people would think would be a brawler, you know what I mean? But, the guy had also good head movement in this fight, you know what I'm saying? And Barkley was landing shots too, you know what I mean? Believe me, if I'm not mistaken, even swole that man, Duran's face, you know what I'm saying? But Duran, man, the old wily veteran, he stood in there, fought with the guy. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of momentum shift changes, you know what I mean? There was times Barkley was getting it in, you know what I'm saying? But even if Roberto Duran wasn't as big as the man Barkley, he was still, in the pocket with the man, he was landing shots. You see that right hand he just landed there, had to make the man Iran Barkley hold, you know what I mean? But my favorite part of this fight was round 11, you know what I'm saying? Look at this face, look at the man's face, man. Barkley's getting punished too, man. He's taking a beating in there, you know what I mean? My favorite round was round 11 in this fight, and it was a close round, man. Up to round 11, if I probably had on my scorecard, I had it probably a draw at that particular time, going into round 11, you know what I mean? Then in round 11, the man, Duran catches the man, with some beautiful shots. and he catches him with a couple right hands, you know what I'm saying? And like a double right hand, and even drops the man Iran Barkley, you know what I mean? Hopefully we can see it right here. I'm not sure if I'm at the right time mark, you know what I mean? But Iran Barkley was in there taking shots, and I remember Duran. I watched this fight back in the day, and I couldn't believe Duran dropped this big dude, man. Look at that height difference, man. This is like, yo, think about it, man. Boxing librarian and Mr. Doc always make they make fun, and always they try to show in perspective how great Duran was, and they always make the comparison. That's like the man Anthony Crolla, 135 guy, you know what I mean, at lightweight, coming up to 168 and fighting guys like the likes. There it goes right there. That's when he dropped him. But Boxing Librarian and Mr. Doc always mention how it's like Anthony Crolla going up to 168 and fighting any of those champions up there. Whether it's Badu Jack or DeGale or, you know what I'm saying, or Darrell or any of those fighters, man. That's like suicide, man. But a guy like Roberto Duran, man, he built for this, man. I'd like to see that knockout again, you know what I mean? Boom! He caught him with like mad flush shots right there. The man just took them shots, man, thinking that the smaller guy can't hurt him. But he ain't get the memo, man. Roberto Duran's an all-time great, you know what I'm saying? And he dropped the man. Easy work, man. He made easy work of him in that 11th round. And to me, that 11th round was the difference in this fight, you know what I mean? I had this fight 7 rounds to 5 in favor of the man, Roberto Duran. You check it. But my scorecard was like 115 to 112, you know what I'm saying? Because of the 11th round, Roberto Duran dropped the man Iran Barkley, you know what I mean? On the real, if it wasn't for that round, you know what I'm saying, I probably would have had this fight a draw, you know what I'm saying? I would have had this fight a draw. Look at this man's left eye, Iran Barkley. Man, the Blade took a beating from a smaller man on this particular fight. This fight is in Atlantic City, you know what I mean? And man, this is one of the best fights if you ever want to see all-time greats doing what ATGs do. You know what I'm saying? Almost something like, you know, look at this right here. Boom, left. Caught him with like 5 shots in a row. You know what I mean? And dropped the man. Iran Barkley got up, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4. Numerous shots to put the man on the canvas, you know what I mean? You check it, and this was a great fight, ladies and gents. That's why I had to cover it on this day in boxing history. Roberto Duran becomes a 4 different division world champ, and I believe at that time, who had done it? Only guys like Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard had accomplished this feat, you know what I mean? And Roberto Duran joined them, you know what I'm saying? So let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this fight. Great classic fight. I'm glad it came on this day in boxing history. I wasn't even aware, but I said, yo, I got to do this vid, man, because Roberto Duran is one of my favorite fighters of all time as well. But Iran Barkley was also one of my favorite guys, man, because, you know, this guy was a fighter. He won fights he wasn't supposed to win, like beating Tommy Hearns twice, you know what I mean? You check it, you know, he had Tommy Hearns' number. So let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this fight. Roberto Duran captures the 160 title at WBC, and it was a great fight, man. But I think he vacated the belt. He ain't defend the belt. He went up to 168 to fight Sugar Ray Leonard for, I believe, for the 3rd time, you know what I mean? A fight we ain't need in boxing, but Sugar Ray Leonard was the type of guy who ain't want to fight no young guys. You know what I'm saying? He would have rather fought the older guys from the 80s, you know what I mean? So let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this fight, and I'm going to catch you on the next vid. B-Marsh Boxing. Thanks for listening. Please hit that thumbs up if you like the vid. If you don't, you know what you could do. Please share and subscribe with your peers, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next vid. Peace. Let me know.